you start 20?
While I was in college. So I was 23. It was 2005.
2005. No one was doing technology in 2005 in Spain, and that too, like trying to create a new Facebook. So how did that idea or thought came about to you?
So it was interesting. So I've been coding since I was a teenager. A big geek, like all of us, and I had done I don't know how many website projects, but many. And most of them didn't work even for me. And then one of my best friends from high school, who was a cool kid, was in event management while we were in college. And he was organizing all these university like gatherings and parties and stuff. And I will only get invited because I was his friend. And at some point, he asked me to create a website so people could essentially RSVP. And my initial idea, that was actually not called 20, it was called Who is Who, was around that. And because Spain, unlike the US, doesn't have big campuses where all the life happens, the campuses are in the city. And university life happens around these gatherings and events in the city. I was like, you know what would be cool? If people could see who RSVPs to events, that's basically what's going to tell me where I should go. Because I want to go where like X, Y, and Z are going. So that was iteration 1 of my website, and it was a total side thing for my friend, events business and whatever. And then I did my exchange program in the US, and I went to Emory University in Atlanta, and this was 2005, and in October, Facebook launched in campus in Halloween, and it took the Emory campus by storm, and it was like, oh my God! And everyone, I remember, people were like, no, don't get my number, add me on Facebook. It's Facebook, and I remember seeing that and being like, oh my God, this is a much better idea than
RSVP.
What I was thinking, and it makes sense for the campus environment that exists here. So that's, and then I remember like Googling about Facebook, and they shortly after, or they had, I can't remember, they had closed their Excel round, which valued the company at $70 million. And I was like, $70 million? A website can be worth $70 million? That's crazy. So I remember coming back to Spain and telling all my teachers, hey, like, I want to do this website, and it's going to be like a great company. It's like this thing called Facebook, but like it's different because it's for Spain, and like we're going to adapt it to here. And I have this, and everyone was like, "What are you talking about?" So I started asking for money, and my friend that did events, Felix, and my friend Joaquin, who is a much better engineer than I ever was, joined the project, and we together, I think we were able to put together like $20,000, and with that we got started.
$20,000 in 2005 in Spain.
Okay. No, it was quite a bit. And then we, soon that wasn't enough. So we started begging for money to people, and the reaction of most Spanish investors was quite amazing. Was like, wait, so you're doing a website for students, and you're asking me for money because you want to have an office? Why do you need an office to run a website? And I was like, well, there is this thing called Facebook that is worth $70 million. And we're like, that's a fraud. So that was step 1, which was difficult. On top of that, one of the problems was that because there was really not a lot of examples in Spain of this, most of the basic questions that you get here, like I remember a time I came here trying to recruit people, and they were like, oh, you should like get a product manager. And I was like, what's a product manager? And I'm like, a PM. I'm like, what's that? And then the role got explained to me. I'm like, oh my God, that's what I do. I should have that. That people do that like full-time. That's amazing. So the lack of knowledge was another issue. And the Spanish law, unfortunately, to this day, is quite bad in anything from hiring people to being able to give stock options to, there is a lot of things that are backwards, honestly, there. And, you know, obviously 20 was very successful and it was life-changing for us, and I'll always be super thankful, but it really solidified in me I need to go and do this in Silicon Valley, where I'm going to have all these resources, around the corner. And, you know, that's what got me to come here.